Hey guys, Ron McCurry here. I am with James Chapman and Wade Carpenter. We're doing this thing in person. Uh, Forget all that coronavirus junk. 15 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Today we're talking about what fires you up. James is going to kick us off and kind of tell us a story about how he recently was fired up. And then Wade has a story as well about something that he attended that fired him up. And then I'm going to share the secret sauce of what fires this guy up. James, take it away. Tell us what fires you up.
So, pro tip here, all right? There's plenty of things in life that can bring you down. All the negativity. And I don't mean outside, I mean internally in your mind. If somebody gives me a compliment, I'm not, it doesn't make me big-headed, but if somebody compliments me, let me tell you, that's what I focus on. I take it, I ball it up, I put it inside, and I eat off that all day. Let me tell you why. Because there's so many things I could do. I'm not great at grammar. I'm horrible with emails. I say and yeah a lot. So I can look at all those things. I can look at what somebody compliments me on and use that to empower me to be better. This past weekend, I went down, did a buddies trip with guys I'd had the absolute honor of serving with in Afghanistan. And I don't know what it is about this team, man. There's a ton of high achievers. We get in there, spend the weekend together, all the different things in life they're doing, from flight schools to owning restaurants, to killing it in the real estate market, to one of them going back into the military to honor his brother's memory that was in special forces that died in combat. So at 32, 33 years old, he decides to go back in and try to make it through selection. Finishes it, beat down, losing all kinds of weight, finishes with scarlet fever and 2 broken ribs. That's just like the main injuries. Everything else was tore up on this guy.
Wow.
Like his hands were still like wrinkled from where he was retaining so much water.
Wow.
From wearing a ruck so much. All right. Finishes it. Like I came back from that trip so energized to be around people that are so motivated about achieving more in their life because they know it's limited. And there's only so much you can do. Just blows me away. So my thing is take the compliments people give you, be humble, but take that and marinate on it and let it drive you, and then be around people that motivate the hell out of you.
Right.
Like be around them and soak it up and be excited for them.
Yep.
That's my tip.
So, bad pun here, but the fires in California keep spreading, right?
Mm-hmm.
So being around other people kind of fires them up as well. So
That's right.
Fire feeds fire. Wade, what's your story with what fires you up?
Well, I'm not sure I can beat that one. Somebody that can come through special forces training, but I just got back from a virtual conference of I'm talking about Profit First and that kind of stuff, and they have an annual what they call Profit Con, and they did it virtually, and kind of goes back to what James was saying, being around people that are fired up about helping people build better businesses, and the way getting great ideas from basically people across the country with diverse backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about we had been in a mastermind group, and you can call it what you want, but just having other people to bounce ideas off of, and just be a sounding board for you.
Yeah.
All I can say sometimes, but I came back from that, and there's so much I want to do on the marketing end and things like that I just I'm ready to go. That's about all I got.
Well, good.
You got to be purposeful in that stuff.
Right.
Like you got to make it a point to go to events like that. I mean, Zig Ziglar said it best. Like motivation's like a shower. Doesn't last long.
Right.
You need it every
Need it
day, right?
regularly.
I mean,
Yep.
I need to do more what you do. Like I think you've always done a great job of that, and there's a lot that I can learn from that. I think it's really good.
Good.
Now you got to come up with something better.
Well, I can't match a war story or Army story, and I'm definitely not going to wear an accountant's hat at all. But what fires me up is being around these guys for sure, and they holding me accountable for doing these videos, doing what I'm doing at work. Marketing fuels me internally. Like that's my thing. I sit in the marketing bucket sometimes, and then I go sit in the IT bucket and be an introvert sometimes. So it's kind of like a hybrid morale, if you can, you know. But I feel more motivated when I'm surrounded by other people that are just as motivated. But then I get inspired by what I read, right? So I told you guys last time I read the video secrets of how to do marketing, and then I'm reading now like IT secrets from other guys that have been down the road. So really that fires me up, because if I can learn from somebody that's been there, done that, you know, then in put it in practice now and make changes, growth. That's all I'm looking for is growth. I mean, and I'm not scared to say it. We're looking to make money. Like, that's why we work. We work to make money.
Yeah.
Money motivates me.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Nothing wrong with that.
But I get a sense of accomplishment knowing that I helped somebody get to their end goal. So, you know, prime example, we had a customer that called us up, and they had, you know, they've used us for IT before, and it's just kind of, they use us as needed. And I told them, I said, guys, look, I can help you as needed still. However, you really need to sign up and get the full maintenance package that we offer. Because the things you're calling about could be included, could save you money down the road. B, you get so much more value out of being on that plan. So I get accomplishment from that, right? And then if I go see a new customer, I get fired up about that. Like I went charging into a new customer yesterday, and I was fired up about meeting with these new people. And then I was able to solve their problem. So that's the other piece that fires me up, is problem solving, right?
For sure.
So I can see bits and pieces that's like, you're doing this right. You got all the right puzzle pieces in place. Let me help you put it together.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what jives me, and that's what fires me up.
Yeah. Dude, I love it. I mean, you know, you say that, but normally when people go back to stories, it's not the biggest sales they've had. So in business, I mean, this is usually associated around business.
Right.
I rarely hear when we're sitting around, we might say something about a great sale, but then we immediately talk about what we're going to be able to do for that person.
Right.
And that's normally the stories go back. Yeah, you like the biggest sell, but it's you get the accomplishment not from that, but going, and I'm going to sell. You wouldn't feel good if you weren't going to solve the problem. You would never tell me that story either.
That's
you
true.
just wouldn't tell me. And it probably wouldn't have been a sell because you wouldn't have said, hey, I'm a good fit for you.
Right.
You wouldn't have done it.
Right.
So, you know, I love how it goes together, but I also like the fact that you gave me a compliment, and see, I'm going to ball that up, and I'm just going to chew on that for a while.
Right.
I'm going to live off of it. It's going to keep me fired up and motivated. So it's like a little treat. So, you know, I'm wagging my tail, I'm waiting for the next treat.
I mean, I had a similar conversation with Nikki on my team this week, and I told her, I said, you know, I really appreciate how much attention you apply to any seat you sit in, any role you sit in within the company. And she goes, what do you mean? I said, I mean, you were just covering the front desk for 5 minutes and just listening to you handle the customer on the phone. That fired me up, you know, because I'm like, you handle it to the T, you put everything in the way it's supposed to go, you know the ins and outs. And she says, you know what fires me up? And I said, what's that? What fires you up? And she goes, not failing. And I was taken back at first. I was like, I never thought about it as not failing.
Yeah.
Could fire somebody up. But if that's what motivates you, get after it.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then also, you know, you're talking about finding the right people to be around and motivate you. I mean, there's a lot of CPAs out there, but what you do is very niche.
It is. It's very different.
Yeah, I'm probably underselling that. Am I correct? Like, you do some really niche stuff as a CPA, and you've been able to go out and scour. I mean, our world is getting smaller, not bigger. I mean, the way we're able to connect, and you're able to find like-minded people who are niche like you to really share those ideas, and I love that, man. I mean, I think that is so cool that you're able to get in a group that gets passionate about being a CPA. You know, and I need to do that better with my insurance. Like that stuff motivates me. I mean, I think that's really cool. So, you know, if you're struggling to find those people, look harder.
Yeah.
You're not looking at them, you know?
You're not looking in the right places,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I've been to several virtual IT conferences, and I'm with you. I mean, you hear the speaker on stage, you know, presenting, and I get fired up from that, you know? So I'm like, I feel what you're feeling there, because they tell you, okay, you can do this and this. And it's, for me, I guess it's like listening to a really good audio book, or listening to Grant Cardone yell at me on the audio book. But that's kind of what it feels like if I'm not in person with it, right?
Yeah.
But that's really kind of, you know, the fuel. Yeah. And we constantly run on fuel. Like you're either on or you're off. That's me.
Right. Yeah, man. I mean, you got to refill those tanks. And then, like, when you go to the conferences, It's like, man, the speaker's good. But the best is then after, you go over to the bar to get a drink, and then you're sitting next to somebody and you start talking, and man,
Right.
and you're just sharing everything. You're like, holy crap, this guy's going through the same
Same
problems I
thing.
am.
Yep.
He's figuring out the same stuff I am. Holy crap, he looks at it differently. Same problem, totally different.
Well, I like to take the phrase. It was
awesome.
like they used to say like misery likes company.
Yeah.
I like to say success likes company.
That's true. That's really true. That's really
So
true.
if I'm successful and you guys are successful, I like being around you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
So, but that, Wade, your conference, I mean, like I said, I get it. I've been there, done that, got fired up. That's a pep rally for me.
Well, I mean, one other thing I want to throw in there, exactly what y'all are talking about. You guys probably seen that TED video with Simon Sinek
Yes.
with your why.
Yeah.
And years ago, I kind of explored my why, and it comes down to I love helping people. That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
I think you guys are kind of wired the same way.
Yep.
It's like my accomplishment is tied to if I can help a business build a better business, more profitable business.
Yeah.
That's my why.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what got us all into it, I think. I
Yeah.
mean, I started my company because I wanted to help people figure out computers better. I mean, and that's just the simplicity of it.
Well, I will give you this. I did not start my company out to that. I started my company out strictly to make money. I'm being honest, dead
That's
serious.
cool. That-
And I quickly learned that was not going to make me happy. That would never make me happy. It would never make me successful. And at first I got depressed when I realized that. And then I turned that around and I brought in my first agent, and I watched her go from she cooked fries at McDonald's, and then she got into insurance, was only allowed to scan documents in. Basically, she was making them paperless. And then when she got to work with me, we went after it together.
Right.
And I remember her in tears when she said, "I've never made over $30,000 in my life."
Wow.
And it was just like that growth. And when that happened, no amount of money was going to make me feel that way. I get chills thinking about it today.
Yeah.
And now she's my VP of sales. That is what made this company boom. When I quit going, how much money can I make? But it's how big a difference.
Yeah, how
we
big
can
of a
make.
difference I can make.
And it took me a while, and I would be much farther ahead now if I had y'all's viewpoint instead of my viewpoint when I started.
Well, again, you live and learn.
Live and learn, man. Big time, big time.
Yeah.
Well, guys, if you don't have anything else, I'll close this out. Like I said earlier, my name is Morel McCray. I am with Ramtech PC Solutions. We make IT simple. James.
James Chapman Insurance Group. We've got you covered.
Wade.
Wade Carpenter Company CPAs, where we are not your average bean counters.
Well, thank you guys for watching. You made it to the end. We are shy of 15 minutes. My timer block is still counting down. Leave us some comments below. If you have any questions or topics you want us to talk about, just post it and let us know. Other than that, we'll see you soon. Take care.